Hi everyone, I'm Catherine with Visa Harmony. Today I will talk about the asylum in the USA. Every year, people travel to the United States to seek protection because they have suffered persecution or fear that they will suffer persecution due to race, religion, nationality, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion. You can only file for asylum if you are physically present in the United States and you are not a U.S. citizen. There are three ways of obtaining asylum in the United States. Number one, the affirmative process. Number two, an asylum merits interview after a positive, credible fear determination. Or number three, the defensive process. Let's discuss the first one, the affirmative process. To obtain asylum through the affirmative process, you must be physically present in the United States. You must apply for asylum within 1 year of the date of your last arrival in the United States, and you can even apply at the border or at any port of entry. It doesn't matter how you arrived in the United States or your current immigration status. To apply for asylum through the affirmative process, you need to file Form I-589 application for asylum and for withholding of removal to the USCIS. The filing fee is free. I will put in the description box the link to the form. After submission, you will receive a notice, biometrics appointment, then the USCIS will start the background check and will schedule an interview. Processing time varies. It's case-to-case basis. You can stay in the USA while your asylum application is in process. For the second type of asylum, an asylum merits interview after a positive credible fear determination. If you are placed in expedited removal proceedings and indicate an intention to apply for asylum, express a fear of persecution or torture, or express a fear of return to your country, you will be referred to USCIS for a credible fear screening. A USCIS asylum officer will conduct a credible fear screening interview to determine whether you have a credible fear of persecution or torture. If the asylum officer finds that you have a credible fear of persecution or torture, the USCIS may either retain and consider your application for asylum and also consider your eligibility for withholding of removal and protection under the Convention Against Torture or CAT in a second interview. This is known as an asylum merits interview. An asylum officer will decide whether you are eligible for asylum. The USCIS asylum officer can also issue a notice to appear before an immigration judge for consideration of your asylum, withholding of removal, and CAT protection claims. When you file the Form I-589 application for asylum and for withholding of removal with the immigration court, it places you in the defensive asylum process, which is the third method of obtaining the asylum in the USA. The defensive process is with the immigration courts. If your asylum application from the affirmative process is denied, you can reapply using the defensive process. The processing time for the defensive process is longer than that of the affirmative process. The asylum seeker will need to wait for a hearing appointment to appear in front of a judge. The judge will decide if asylum is approved or denied. Once asylum is granted, the recipient is protected from being removed from the USA and will be able to access new opportunities. Asylees will be able to work, can receive immigration benefits, and are eventually able to apply for a Social Security, green card, and eventually U.S. citizenship. A person's asylum status will never expire, and status can only be terminated by USCIS under very particular reasons. If denied, the judge can determine whether they meet the criteria of any other forms of relief from removal. This decision can be appealed. You may include your spouse and unmarried children under 21 who are also physically present in the United States as your dependents on your affirmative or defensive asylum application. I hope this video is helpful. If you have any questions on this topic, please post them in the comment section below or send us an email at ask@visaharmony.com. Or if you need assistance with any U.S. petition or immigration applications, I will leave our contact information below. Thank you and see you next time.